Did you know that some common mistakes can actually turn your eggs into a potential health hazard? Eggs have long been considered a nutritional powerhouse, packed with high-quality protein, essential vitamins, and minerals that contribute to your overall well-being. But what many people don't realize is that if eggs aren't handled properly, they can become harmful to your health in ways you might not even suspect. The truth is, whether eggs are good for you or bad for you depends heavily on how you store, prepare, and cook them. In this article, we're going to uncover 5 of the most common mistakes that can turn your eggs from a nutritious food into something that may cause harm. Some of these mistakes might surprise you, especially if you've been cooking and eating eggs the same way for years without giving it a second thought. But once you're aware of these key errors, you'll be able to enjoy eggs safely and continue reaping their health benefits without unnecessary risks. Stay with us until the end, because this isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about making small, simple adjustments that can have a significant impact on your health and wellness. We'll break down exactly what happens when eggs are prepared improperly and what steps you can take to ensure they remain a healthy, nutritious part of your diet. If you want to keep your eggs a health-boosting superfood instead of a hidden danger, you won't want to miss this. Let's dive in. 1. Overcooking eggs. A hidden health risk. Eggs are often hailed as a nutritional powerhouse, offering a rich source of protein, healthy fats, and a variety of essential vitamins. However, despite their health benefits, overcooking eggs can lead to significant changes in their composition, potentially turning a wholesome meal into a health risk. One of the most common mistakes people make when preparing eggs is subjecting them to excessive heat, which can cause unwanted chemical changes. Whether you're frying, boiling, or scrambling your eggs, cooking them at too high a temperature or for too long can result in the degradation of their nutritional value and the creation of harmful compounds. The science behind overcooking. Overcooking eggs, whether by frying them until they're crispy, boiling them to the point where the yolk turns grayish-green, or scrambling them at excessive heat, can cause a process known as oxidation. This reaction leads to the formation of compounds that are detrimental to health. One such compound is oxidized cholesterol, which has been linked to increased inflammation in the body and a heightened risk of cardiovascular disease. Oxidized cholesterol occurs when cholesterol in the egg yolk reacts with oxygen at high temperatures, turning it into a substance that is far less beneficial for the body. Research has shown that regular consumption of oxidized cholesterol can contribute to the buildup of plaque in the arteries, a primary factor in heart disease. Additionally, overcooking eggs can result in the production of an unpleasant sulfuric smell. Have you ever noticed that strange odor after boiling eggs for too long? This happens because when eggs are overcooked, the sulfur in the egg whites reacts with the iron in the yolk, forming iron sulfide. While this reaction doesn't make the eggs toxic, it's a strong indication that the nutrients within the eggs have been compromised. The longer the cooking process, the more these nutrients break down, reducing the overall nutritional value of your meal. Impact on long-term health. For those who regularly consume overcooked eggs, this habit can lead to long-term health consequences, especially as we age. Older adults are generally more vulnerable to the effects of inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are exacerbated by consuming oxidized cholesterol. For example, take Robert, a 76-year-old who made a habit of frying his eggs until the edges were crispy, thinking it enhanced the flavor. However, over time, Robert began experiencing digestive discomfort, heartburn, and low energy levels. After learning about the risks associated with overcooked eggs, he decided to modify his cooking method by switching to lower heat and soft scrambling his eggs. He noticed a significant improvement in his digestion and overall health. Within weeks, Robert reported feeling less bloated, more energized, and more comfortable after meals. Nutritional loss in overcooked eggs. Another significant downside of overcooking eggs is the potential loss of key nutrients. Eggs are a superb source of essential nutrients like vitamin B12, folate, and antioxidants such as lutein and zeaxanthin, all of which play important roles in maintaining brain and eye health. However, when eggs are cooked at high temperatures for extended periods, these nutrients begin to degrade, making them less bioavailable to the body. For instance, lutein and zeaxanthin, which are important for protecting the eyes from oxidative damage and promoting visual health, are highly sensitive to heat. If you're relying on eggs as a major source of these nutrients, the way you cook them can be just as important as including them in your diet. How to cook eggs for optimal health. The good news is that you don't have to cut eggs out of your diet to avoid these health risks. The key is to cook eggs at lower temperatures to preserve their nutritional content and minimize harmful oxidation. Rather than frying your eggs at high heat until they're crispy, consider soft scrambling them or lightly boiling or poaching them. These methods of cooking not only help retain the vital nutrients, but also ensure that the eggs remain free of harmful oxidized compounds. If you prefer to fry your eggs, there's no need to give up on this style of cooking entirely. Simply use lower heat and avoid letting the edges of the egg brown or crisp up. By keeping the temperature moderate and controlling the cooking time, you can still enjoy your fried eggs without the negative health effects associated with overcooking. Small changes, big impact. Making small adjustments to your egg preparation methods can have a significant impact on your overall health. By opting for gentler cooking methods, such as soft scrambling, poaching, or boiling eggs for a shorter period of time, you can enjoy the full spectrum of nutritional benefits eggs have to offer while minimizing the risks of oxidation and nutrient degradation. Remember, eggs are a versatile food that can be enjoyed in many ways, so there's no need to sacrifice taste or convenience for health. With a little mindfulness about how you cook them, you can ensure that your eggs remain a valuable part of your diet for years to come. 2. Eating raw or undercooked eggs, the hidden health risks. In recent years, there has been a growing trend among health enthusiasts advocating for the consumption of raw or undercooked eggs. This practice is often promoted as the best way to maximize nutrition, with some individuals believing that raw eggs offer superior health benefits compared to their fully cooked counterparts. However, while raw eggs may seem like a healthy choice, they come with significant health risks that cannot be overlooked, particularly in relation to foodborne illnesses and nutritional absorption. The dangers of raw eggs. Risk of salmonella. One of the most concerning risks associated with consuming raw or undercooked eggs is the potential for exposure to harmful bacteria, particularly salmonella. This bacteria is a leading cause of food poisoning and can lead to a variety of unpleasant and dangerous symptoms, including fever, stomach cramps, diarrhea, nausea, and dehydration. In more severe cases, a salmonella infection can result in hospitalization and, in extreme cases, even death. The elderly population is especially vulnerable to foodborne illnesses like salmonella. As people age, their immune systems naturally weaken, which can make it more difficult for the body to fight off infections. For example, Margaret, a 68-year-old woman who had been enjoying raw egg smoothies for years as part of her daily routine, found herself hospitalized with severe stomach pain, nausea, and vomiting after consuming a contaminated egg. The diagnosis was clear: salmonella poisoning. After this life-threatening experience, Margaret switched to fully cooked eggs and never suffered from food poisoning again. This illustrates just how dangerous raw eggs can be, especially for older adults, whose immune systems are less capable of handling such infections. Even store-bought eggs pose a risk. It's easy to assume that eggs bought from the store, especially those that appear clean and come from reputable sources, are completely safe to eat raw. Unfortunately, even eggs that are carefully cleaned and stored properly can still harbor dangerous bacteria, especially if they are not handled with care. While major egg producers take steps to minimize contamination through stringent safety practices, there is no way to guarantee that every single egg is free from harmful bacteria. Commonly consumed raw egg products like homemade mayonnaise, cookie dough, and dishes with runny yolks all carry the same risks. The bacteria may not be visible. There is no safe egg that is inherently free from bacterial contamination unless it has been pasteurized. Nutritional concerns, avidin and biotin absorption. Beyond the risk of bacterial contamination, Eating raw eggs can also interfere with your body's ability to absorb certain vital nutrients. Raw eggs contain a protein called avidin, which binds to biotin, a B vitamin that plays a crucial role in maintaining healthy metabolism, nerve function, and skin and hair health. Biotin is also essential for energy production and overall cell function. When you consume raw eggs, the avidin in the egg whites binds to biotin, preventing the body from absorbing it properly. Over time, this can potentially lead to biotin deficiency, which can result in a range of health issues, including hair loss, skin rashes, and impaired energy metabolism. Fortunately, cooking eggs deactivates avidin, allowing the body to access the full benefits of biotin and other nutrients that would otherwise be hindered by the presence of this compound. Are organic or free-range eggs safer? Many people mistakenly believe that eggs from organic or free-range chickens are inherently safer to eat raw. While these types of eggs may come from chickens that are raised under different conditions, the bacteria risk is still present. The method of farming, whether organic or conventional, does not eliminate the possibility of bacterial contamination. In fact, even organic eggs can carry the same risks as conventionally produced eggs. Thus, regardless of the source of your eggs, it is crucial to take precautions to minimize the risk of foodborne illness. One of the most effective ways to do this is by cooking your eggs thoroughly. Safe ways to enjoy eggs. If you're concerned about the risks of eating raw or undercooked eggs, but still enjoy the taste and texture of a runny yolk, consider using pasteurized eggs. Pasteurized eggs are gently heated to a specific temperature that kills harmful bacteria while preserving the raw texture of the yolk and egg whites. These eggs are specifically treated to eliminate the risk of salmonella infection and can be safely consumed raw or lightly cooked. If pasteurized eggs aren't available, or if you prefer to take extra precautions, there are plenty of safe ways to enjoy cooked eggs. Scrambled, boiled, and poached eggs that are firm in both the whites and yolk are all safe options. Fully cooked eggs provide the nutritional benefits of the egg while eliminating the potential risks associated with consuming raw or undercooked eggs. 3. Storing cooked eggs improperly. The risks and how to prevent them. While most people understand the importance of proper storage for raw food items, many tend to overlook the significance of correctly storing cooked eggs. However, improper storage can quickly turn a healthy meal into a breeding ground for harmful bacteria, putting you at risk of foodborne illnesses. Let's dive deeper into why proper egg storage is crucial and how you can protect yourself and your loved ones, especially vulnerable individuals like seniors. The temperature danger zone. One of the key factors to understand when storing cooked eggs is the temperature danger zone. Bacteria, including harmful strains such as salmonella, thrive in warm environments, and the temperature range where bacterial growth is most rapid is between 40 degrees Fahrenheit 4 degrees Celsius and 140 degrees Fahrenheit 60 degrees Celsius. This means that when cooked eggs are left out at room temperature for extended periods, whether it's a few hours on the counter or sitting in a warm car, they enter this danger zone, allowing bacteria to multiply quickly. For optimal food safety, cooked eggs should either be consumed immediately or stored in the refrigerator at a temperature of 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Any eggs that have been left out for more than 2 hours should be discarded to prevent the risk of illness. Why proper storage matters for seniors. The risks associated with improper egg storage are particularly concerning for certain groups of people, such as seniors, whose immune systems may be more vulnerable. Foodborne illnesses can have a significantly more severe impact on older adults, often leading to longer recovery times and more intense symptoms. Take the example of George, a 72-year-old man who had developed a habit of cooking a large batch of scrambled eggs each week and storing them in a loosely covered container in the fridge. At first, George didn't think much of it, but over time he began experiencing persistent digestive issues, including stomach cramps and nausea, after consuming his batch-cooked eggs. After some trial and error, he discovered that the issue was not with the eggs themselves, but with the way he was storing them. By switching to airtight containers and only preparing smaller batches at a time, George was able to significantly reduce his digestive discomfort. This simple change in storage method helped them avoid the bacterial contamination that had been building up due to the loose seal and longer storage times. Cross-contamination, a hidden risk. Another critical factor when it comes to storing cooked eggs is the risk of cross-contamination. Even after eggs are cooked, they remain susceptible to bacteria once they start to cool down. If they're stored improperly or placed in close proximity to raw meats, unwashed vegetables, or other potentially contaminated foods, they can easily absorb harmful bacteria. This is why it's important to store cooked eggs in a clean, airtight container separate from raw food items to prevent contamination. For example, if you place cooked eggs near raw chicken or ground beef in the fridge, the bacteria from those items could transfer to the eggs, rendering them unsafe to eat. Always be sure that cooked eggs are stored securely in a container that seals tightly, ensuring no cross-contact with other foods. The reheating dilemma. How to handle leftover eggs. Reheating eggs is another common issue that often goes unnoticed. If you've ever microwaved leftover eggs, you might have noticed that they tend to become rubbery and unappetizing, or worse, develop an off-putting smell. This happens because eggs, when overheated, lose moisture and texture, making them tough and dry. Furthermore, excessive reheating can destroy some of the beneficial nutrients that make eggs a nutritious food choice in the first place. The key to reheating eggs is to do so gently and at a low temperature to maintain their flavor and texture. A great method is to reheat them on the stovetop over low heat, adding a small amount of water or broth to keep the eggs moist. Stirring frequently will help distribute the heat evenly, ensuring that the eggs are reheated without becoming overcooked. If you must use a microwave to reheat eggs, it's important to do so in short intervals, stirring the eggs between each cycle to avoid uneven heating. This approach will help preserve the eggs' consistency and texture, making them much more enjoyable to eat. Best practices for storing and handling cooked eggs. To ensure that you're storing your cooked eggs safely and enjoying them at their best, here are some key practices to follow. Cool eggs promptly. After cooking eggs, make sure to cool them down as quickly as possible if you're not consuming them right away. You can do this by placing the eggs in a shallow container to allow heat to escape more quickly. Refrigerate immediately. Store cooked eggs in the refrigerator at 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius or lower. Do not leave eggs out at room temperature for more than 2 hours. Use airtight containers. Always store cooked eggs in airtight containers to prevent exposure to bacteria and to maintain freshness. Label your eggs. If you make a large batch of eggs, label the container with the date they were cooked so you can keep track of how long they've been stored. It's generally recommended to consume them within 3 to 4 days. Separate cooked and raw foods. Always store cooked eggs away from raw meat, poultry, or seafood in the refrigerator to reduce the risk of cross-contamination. Reheat gently. If you have leftovers, reheat them gently using low heat on the stove or in short bursts in the microwave. Adding a bit of moisture can help preserve texture and flavor. By following these simple but effective guidelines, you can ensure that your cooked eggs remain safe to eat and are as delicious as the moment they were first made. 4. Using expired or damaged eggs. Using eggs that are cracked, expired, or improperly stored can quickly turn a seemingly innocent meal into a serious health risk. Eggs are a staple in many kitchens, valued for their versatility and nutritional benefits. However, they are also highly perishable and can harbor harmful bacteria if not handled correctly. Even if an egg appears to be perfectly fine on the outside, there's a potential danger lurking inside if it has passed its expiration date or has a small crack in the shell. This is particularly concerning for vulnerable individuals, such as seniors, whose immune systems may not be as robust or efficient in fighting off infections as those of younger individuals. Eggs are a prime breeding ground for bacteria like Salmonella, which can cause food poisoning if ingested. Salmonella infection can lead to symptoms such as fever, diarrhea, vomiting, and stomach cramps. In the worst-case scenarios, it can lead to severe complications, especially in individuals with weakened immune systems, such as the elderly. Seniors are more susceptible to foodborne illnesses due to changes in their immune function over time, making it all the more important to ensure that eggs are fresh and properly stored. The most effective way to check the freshness of an egg is through a simple water test. This easy method can help determine whether an egg is still safe to eat. Here's how to do it. Fill a bowl with cold water. Gently place the egg into the water. If the egg sinks to the bottom and lies flat on its side, it is fresh and safe to consume. If the egg stands upright on the bottom, it's still safe to eat, but it's beginning to age. This egg should be used soon, as it may have a reduced quality or texture, but it should not pose an immediate health risk. If the egg floats to the top, it is no longer safe to eat and should be discarded immediately. Floating occurs because the egg's contents shrink over time as air enters through the porous shell, increasing the egg's buoyancy. A personal story: Evelyn's experience with expired eggs. Evelyn, a 74-year-old woman, had always been vigilant about her health, paying close attention to the quality of food she consumed. One morning, she cracked an egg into her frying pan to make her usual breakfast. However, she immediately noticed a peculiar, unpleasant odor emanating from the egg. Though the smell was off-putting, Evelyn thought she could still cook it, believing that the heat would neutralize any potential bacteria. After finishing her meal, she began to feel unwell. Hours later, she was overcome with severe nausea, stomach cramps, and vomiting. She was diagnosed with food poisoning caused by the expired egg. This incident was a wake-up call for Evelyn. She realized that despite her best efforts to eat healthily, she had unknowingly consumed a spoiled egg that could have been avoided if she had performed a simple test. From that day forward, Evelyn made the water test a routine part of her cooking process, checking each egg for freshness before cracking it open. She also became more mindful of the way she stored eggs, ensuring they were kept in the refrigerator at a consistent, cool temperature to minimize bacterial growth. By sharing Evelyn's story, we can better understand the potential dangers of expired or damaged eggs, particularly for seniors. What seemed like a harmless cooking mistake had serious consequences for Evelyn's health, reinforcing the importance of checking the freshness of eggs before use. Conclusion: the importance of proper egg handling. The lesson from Evelyn's experience serves as a reminder to everyone, particularly older adults, that food safety should always be a priority. By following simple steps like performing the water test and properly storing eggs in the fridge, we can significantly reduce the risk of foodborne illnesses. While it might seem like a small detail, taking the time to ensure eggs are fresh can save you from unpleasant and potentially harmful consequences. So, the next time you crack open an egg, take a moment to check its freshness. It's a small step that can make a big difference in protecting your health. 5. Using unhealthy cooking oils. The type of oil you choose to cook your eggs can significantly affect the nutritional value of your meal, as well as your long-term health. While many people are aware of the importance of what they eat, they often overlook the oils they use in cooking. It's easy to assume that all oils are the same, but the reality is that the oil you cook with plays a crucial role in the healthfulness of your food. Common oils like vegetable oil, margarine, and refined seed oils, such as soybean, corn, and canola oil, are frequently used to cook eggs, often without giving much thought to their impact. These oils are highly processed and undergo refinement processes that strip away most of their natural nutrients. When exposed to high cooking temperatures, they break down, releasing harmful compounds that can have damaging effects on your body. The process of heating these oils can cause the formation of trans fats and oxidized lipids, both of which are linked to numerous health risks. Research has shown that trans fats contribute to inflammation in the body, a key driver of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. Oxidized lipids, produced when oils are heated, are harmful to your cells, leading to cellular damage and increased oxidative stress. This is particularly concerning for older adults, as it has been linked to cognitive decline, memory loss, and even Alzheimer's disease. Let's take the example of Frank, a 78-year-old man. who had been cooking his eggs in vegetable oil for decades without realizing the potential health risks. For many years, he believed that the type of oil he used didn't matter as long as he was cooking his food. However, after learning about the dangers of refined oils and their impact on health, Frank decided to make a change. He switched to healthier alternatives like butter and extra virgin olive oil. The difference was striking. Within just a few weeks, Frank reported feeling more energetic after meals, with improved digestion and an overall sense of vitality. His experience is a testament to the profound effect that simple dietary changes, like switching cooking oils, can have on your health. Fortunately, not all oils are created equal. Some oils, such as butter, ghee, and extra virgin olive oil, are much more stable when exposed to heat. This means they do not break down as easily and can retain their nutritional integrity at higher temperatures. These oils not only provide a healthier cooking medium for eggs, but also offer additional benefits. Butter and ghee, for example, contain beneficial fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, which support various bodily functions, including immune health and bone strength. Extra virgin olive oil, widely known for its heart-healthy properties, is rich in monounsaturated fats, which help reduce bad cholesterol levels and improve heart health. In addition, its high levels of antioxidants can help combat oxidative stress and reduce inflammation. Studies suggest that regular consumption of extra virgin olive oil may also have neuroprotective effects, promoting better cognitive function as you age. If you're looking for an alternative that is light yet still healthy, avocado oil is an excellent choice. It boasts a high smoke point, meaning it can withstand higher temperatures without breaking down into harmful compounds. Avocado oil is also rich in monounsaturated fats, promoting cardiovascular health while keeping your meals flavorful and nutritious. In conclusion, the oil you use to cook your eggs matters more than you might think. While processed oils like vegetable oil, margarine, and refined seed oils may seem like convenient options, they can negatively affect your health over time. On the other hand, cooking with healthier oils such as butter, ghee, extra virgin olive oil, or avocado oil can not only improve the taste of your meals, but also provide significant health benefits. From supporting heart and brain health to reducing inflammation, choosing the right cooking oil can be a simple but powerful step toward a healthier lifestyle.